Welcome to a reading vlog. This was originally going to be a weekend reading vlog. Then that turned into a week of reading, which then turned into a month of reading. I'm not complaining. It was a really good month of reading, and it kind of just like kept me accountable that I was vlogging to finish out my April TBR, which I did. I'm so happy. So this intro is being filmed at the very end because I had to scrap the original intro. So without further ado, let's get into the vlog. I did start out the month with The Daughter of the Pirate King, which was so good. So let's jump over that footage. Let's do a quick update. I finished The Daughter of the Pirate King and I loved it. It's just a very fun pirate adventure. Follows a main female character. There's obviously a male main character as well. Their banter is just so fun the entire time. I listened to a little bit of it on audio as well. I had some Spotify hours left. And I really liked the girl that was narrating and feel like she made it really fun. It is a trilogy, but the other two are not on Kindle Unlimited. So I went ahead and got them through my Libby app and they were already available. So I'm just gonna audio the second and third one. The third, I think, tracks somebody else in the world, or I don't know if it's a next generation, I don't know. But I've heard that the entire trilogy is very good and a lot of fun. So if you are into pirates and you haven't heard of this series, check it out. And I have another pirate book that is on my shelf that just came out this year. This is a new author. Let me share it with you. It's called Nightweaver. I got this beautiful copy because I pre-ordered it. So after I finish this little pirate trilogy, I'll be reading this one. And then I also have A Pirate's Life for Tea by Rebecca Thorne. So this one and Nightweaver will be my next pirate reads. Let me know if you've read any good pirate books. Put them in the comments because I really do love pirates. So this week I am hoping to finish Eclipse. I'm listening to that on Libby as well. That's for book club with my cousins who are way ahead of me, so I need to get that one and Breaking Dawn done. Finish Deep End. Like, honestly, I don't even believe myself anymore. And then I think I want to start Say You'll Remember Me. Maybe I'll get through that. I'm not sure. Yay! My book of the month package is here. I look crazy. Yes, I know. Don't care. Just woke up, ran to Walmart, had to go pick up breakfast, and we went for a walk in the neighborhood, which was really nice. So came home and my package was here. So let's open it. I was like gonna use a key, but I don't have a key. So 2025 problems. All right, husband, open it. Let's see what we got. I wanted to get 2 books, but I only got 1. I was good. Or I should say my husband was good because he got this for me. But Passion Project, and look at these colors, are so beautiful. I do love that they have their little emblem up there. And the pink on the side, the city line. It's just so pretty. I feel like there's so many good books to read and I just want to sit down and eat them all up all day, every day, but alas. And as always, get a little paper bookmark, which is cute, you know, it's okay. But very excited to, he laughs at me because I'm like, a paper bookmark, but I'm just being spoiled. It's nice. I'm very excited for this book. I've heard really good things. This is a romance book. This follows Bennett Taylor. I've been hearing or reading and watching about more Taylors now, which is fun. It says she should be living the best years of her life, but she's failing miserably. Emphasis on miserable. Adrift in NYC. Another love story in NYC. Yes, please. She has no direction and no energy to find one. When Bennett is set up on a first date with Henry, she drunkenly confesses that she's not ready to love again. In fact, she doesn't feel passion for anything anymore. Nothing that used to bring her passion. So he offers to help her uncover her passions for life, and every Saturday they try a new activity. As friends, of course. This is going to be fun. So yeah, this is my book of the month pick. All right, hello. It is literally days later, a week. I honestly really don't know. I have not been feeling my best. If you've been following along, you know that I started a GLP-1 a couple weeks ago and it's been rough. So yeah, it took all I had in me today to just shower and do my skincare. So here we are. But I wanted to share with you guys that I got my gigi&bo package in the mail last night and I'm not starting work till later today. Thank God. So I thought I'll sit here and redecorate my Kindle while I finish just like the last 10% of Eclipse. The big like battle in the end is about to go down. I'm really enjoying just an entirely new perspective on the love triangle between Jacob and Edward and Bella, the friendship between Jacob and Bella, and just like also a different perspective on Edward. It's really enjoyable to read the books. If you're a Twilight movie fan, I recommend reading the books. So anywho, I ordered a giant package from gigi&bo. If you don't know who she is, I just discovered her as well. She makes bookish goodies and I could not contain myself when I found her page. I ordered all kinds of stuff. So to start with stickers for my Kindle, I got this audiobook girly sticker and I also ordered one for my cousin because she loves audiobooks. Love the little bows on the headphones. I'm like thinking of doing that to my headphones because it's just so cute. And I've been really liking just little cherries, like the little cherry emojis. So ordered this little stamp, which I just think is so cute. All of her stickers come in 2 sizes. So some of these are the regular size and some are the mini size. And then I got this cute little Diet Coke sticker, this little bookish baddie. I just really liked the silver and the pink. And then this is one of my favorites. The little cowgirl boots with the tulips coming out are just so cute. I'm literally about to be eating up tons of cowboy romances, so I just thought this was perfect. I did order a $10 mystery box and got all kinds of bookmarks, so I'll just kind of fan those out and show you those. I feel like this was such a good deal for $10. I'm going to give a few of these to my cousin that I got the sticker for as well. She loves Taylor Swift and like horror and stuff. So, and I love the blood on the back of the Scream bookmark. So very cute. And then these are the ones that I ordered. I really want more bookmarks with bows. I'm just in my bow era too, I guess. So I got this Barbie one, which is so cute. And I just love the picture of Ryan Gosling at the bottom. For all of her bookmarks, you can add a tassel if you want. So I did add a tassel to a couple just because I kind of wanted to see what my preference was and what I liked. So for this one, this is little flowers and ribbon, and then I added the pink tassel to it. And you just put add a tassel and she'll add a tassel that matches. Like I didn't pick the tassel color. And then like I said, I'm really liking cherries right now. So I got this cherry one and she added a red tassel. And for my cowboy romances, I had to get this. I love the disco ball and the cowboy hat. It's just so cute. I like this neutral floral bookmark a lot, and the little mushroom. I also love mushrooms, so this Bookstore Wanderer was really cute. This is a super popular one she has right now for good reason. It's just so beautiful. It's like very Bridgerton to me. This is another cowboy one. It's got the bows and ribbon as well. And I got a couple of horizontal ones. This is Cozy Girl Book Club and In My Reading Era. So I'm just really obsessed. The customer service was great. The shipping was super fast. And I feel like her price point is super fair. So go support her small business. Now let's redecorate my Kindle. So I have finished a couple of books. Let's chat about them before we move on to the rest of the books that are on my April TBR. So to start, I finished Eclipse. I listened to this on my phone via the Libby app, and I really am enjoying the Twilight series very much. If you've been around, you know that I have been reading this in a book club with my cousins, and we started in January, so it's taken me a long time. One of my cousins read all of them in like a week, and I don't even know how the hell she did that. But I'm excited to start Breaking Dawn. I really did enjoy Eclipse. I can't read it now without thinking about the movie. I just think that's the way it goes when you watch the movies first. And I really like how they adapted it into film, just like getting the storyline of what was happening in Seattle with all of the new vampires that were being turned and just Victoria's plan unfolding. It was nice to see that like in the movie. I feel like they portrayed it well from the book. Really liking Jasper a lot. Like I feel like this was just his time to shine in this book, and he's just a character to love. And with that, of course, Alice as well. Just love their relationship. I feel like my feelings about Jacob were also really solidified in this book. And I'm really seeing now why everyone that reads the books is Team Edward, because it's just not, it's not even questionable when you read the books, but when you watch it on film, like they make it so that you are questioning it. I really did like how Bella was like honest with herself in this book about her feelings for Jacob, and just how mature, obviously Edward better be mature, he's like 100 and something years old, but just how mature Edward is. I just like their dynamic and their relationship, and I really love Charlie. I loved him in the movies, and I still love him in the books. So enjoying Twilight. I think I'm gonna do the novella and then Breaking Dawn. I don't know, that feels right since I just read about Bree Tanner in Eclipse, so we'll see. And then I finally finished Deep End. Like, holy hell, y'all, holy hell. I started this at the end of February, is at least what my phone says on the Fable app, like February 25th or something. So took my time with this one, but I finished it. And it's not that it wasn't enjoyable. Like, it's not that I wasn't liking it when I read it. Like when I read the first like 40 pages at the pool, if you watch that vlog, I was eating it up. But then when I learned what it was going to be about, if you know, you know, and if you don't know, look it up. I was like, is this for me? Like, I'm going to continue and I'm going to read it. But I suddenly like wasn't like, oh my gosh, super wanting to sit down and eat it up in one sitting. I was like, let me just take this in a little bit at a time. This is my first book that I've read with these sort of kinks and things. So it was new for me, just a little baby romance reader apparently, but I ended up really liking it. This was also my first Allie Hazelwood. I'm excited to read more of her books. I have Bride and The Love Hypothesis on my shelf, so I'm excited to read more of hers. She's definitely into like main characters of intellect, and I enjoy that very much. I like the friendships in here, the way that those unfolded. I did really like the male main character and his just maturity. You love the female main character too. I just feel like there wasn't too much like drama in the book where you're just like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? It was just very enjoyable. It was pretty long, longer than I think it needed to be. The only other thing I would say is that these characters are in their early 20s and they're like pretty emotionally mature, and I just find that very hard to believe. Like, I don't know if I was just emotionally immature in my early 20s, but I feel like everybody around me was, and that's like the one thing that I have a hard time believing when I read these books, that the main characters are in their early 20s. But other than that, very good. I mean, I would strive to be that emotionally mature in my early 20s, but I definitely feel like that does not happen until like your late 20s or early 30s for most people. So that part's like kind of not relatable when I look back on my college days. But overall, this was a very fun, steamy college read. So before I wrap this little check-in up, the other night I was like, you know what? I need something to read on my Kindle, you know, that I can just read laying in the dark while Andrew sleeps. And I was like, let me get like a guaranteed 5-star romance. So I downloaded Still Beating. What the hell? No, nobody told me. And again, it's my fault. Like, I didn't read the book description, but who the hell does on the Kindle? Like, I don't know. Somebody said 5-star romance. I was like, let's go. It's free. I should have read the description. The first chapter shook me, and I went to bed and I was like, this has to be like not real. I'm going to revisit this tomorrow night. And the next night read chapter 2, and it was in fact very real, very heartbreaking, very heavy, very trigger heavy. If you're going to read this, read the trigger warnings, read the description, just make sure it's absolutely for you, because actually what happened in chapter 2 is a hard no for me. That's something I will not like watch in movies. Like, that's an absolute hard no. This is my first time reading it in a book where it's so detailed. It's easier for me to read than it is for me to watch. But still, now I know I need to be in the headspace to read this. And I also, when I do read it, it's going to destroy me. People say it'll put me back together. But now I know, okay, I need to get in the right headspace. I'm going to sit down, probably eat it up. It's a very short book. I don't even think it's 300 pages. But holy hell, like, is it a romance book? I don't know. So I'm on like chapter 3, page 36, something like that. Needless to say, I will not be reading this before bed. This is not a before bed book. So I will find something else to read on my Kindle. And again, that's like, I have a book light. I could do that, but it's just, I like to lay in my bed and have something on the Kindle where I don't have to turn the lights on. So I'll find something else to read on here. But other than that, I'm hoping to finish the month out with Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez and Passion Project. And I can't remember the author, but I will just type it here. I'm hoping to finish the month out with those and Still Beating. So I will check in a few days. All right, just got back from the bookstore. Just needed a little impromptu date out tonight and it was perfect. So I thought I'd give you guys our little book haul and an update on Say You'll Remember Me. So we picked up 2 books. One of them is the next book in the Poppy War series, The Burning God. It's just such a pretty purple color too. I'm super excited to read this series. I don't know when. I'll probably read it this summer, honestly. Andrew's going to read it as well. I'm excited because we haven't read a series together yet. So we've just been picking these books up whenever we see them because they're not always in stock. And then one of the girls in my choir group decided to put together a book club and we are going to read our first book in May. And since we are an LGBTQ plus group, she decided that we should read an LGBTQ plus romance book, which I have not read yet. And I needed to complete my series, Can't Spell Treason Without T, A Pirate's Life for T, and TU at the Altar. So I think I've just decided to do the entire trilogy for the month and just share that with everyone. Everyone's going to pick their own book and then we'll talk about it whenever we meet. So I was like, you know what? I've needed to read the series. I'm going to want to just eat all 3 of them up for sure. And I'm so excited because I got the one with the purple sprayed edges. So now I have the entire set with the sprayed edges. That is my pick. Now let's do a quick update on Say You'll Remember Me. I sat down and read 100 pages yesterday. Sat down and read 100 pages today. So this is something I'm going to finish in 3 sittings because I'm about to shower, get cozy, and read the last 150 pages. When I tell you I absolutely love Abby Jimenez's writing, I love it. This is only my 2nd book by her. The only other one I've read is Just for the Summer. The way this woman writes men, I will never get over. Like, I'm convinced I will never get over the male main character in Just for the Summer and now Xavier in this book. I also love her female main characters, and I'll share more with you guys when I'm done, but this book is like the first romance I read that was really reminding me of me and Andrew and when we met, and just giving me just like all the good vibes and all the good feelings. And I literally just laughed out loud for the entire first 100 pages and cried a bunch for the second 100 pages. So I know that this last sit down and last 150 pages is not going to disappoint. So I will update you guys when I finish. All right, it is sometime later. I finished Abby Jimenez Just for the Summer, and I loved it so much. It reminded me so much of me and Andrew, and there were components of it that were so heartbreaking, and I really love the way Abby Jimenez ties in like real life experiences that are dark and often people don't talk about them or share about them. And then she just weaves the romance in so beautifully. I just felt like there was no nonsense to the romance, no unnecessary fights and breakups and nonsense. Like, it was just so good. I can't recommend that enough. Abby Jimenez has done it again, in my opinion. Andrew's not feeling good. He's sleeping. It's Saturday. It's 11:30. I think I'm going to go to a coffee shop right down the street and try their strawberry matcha. They also have a new like seasonal matcha, so kind of see which one I want to get. And then I'm bringing Passion Project. I'm already like a little over 100 pages. I started it yesterday, so I'm trucking through. We are getting through our April TBR. After Passion Project, I'll be finishing Still Beating, and then if I can get around to finishing Emily Henry's new book, that will be how I wrap up April. But either way, if I wrap up April with Still Beating and then bring in May finishing Emily Henry's new book, I'm happy with that too. But let's go sit at the shop, have a matcha, and read. I haven't done that by myself in a very long time. All right, it is a couple days later. It was so nice to sit at the coffee shop and read. You're going to hear my dog's feet pitter-pattering probably, because every time I go to record, she's like, let me walk around the house, and we have tile. But anyway, it was so nice to sit at the coffee shop, and I actually got to talking to the girl that was sitting next to me. I'm totally that person who will chat with you if you have a book in your hand. She was reading her Kindle, and I just felt like it was a vibe sitting next to each other reading. And she tells me how she's reading this YA, and I shared with her Abby Jimenez's book that I just finished and Passion Project, and we just chatted for like 5 minutes before I left, and it was really nice. So this is your reminder to get out and go sit somewhere by yourself and chat with someone that is sharing a hobby with you nearby. But I am about to read the last chapter of Passion Project as well as the epilogue, so I figure I will film that and let's finish it together. All right, I finished it, and it was so good. The second book in a row that I read that has a theme of grief, which is heavy and emotional, but very beautiful. I love a backdrop of New York City. When I was young, I always said I want to move to New York City. Like, that was my dream, and I never did it, which, you know, dreams changed and things, but I love reading a good romance with that backdrop. So loved that from the start. Bennett, the female main character, is definitely someone you love, and then you go through moments of you're just frustrated and you just want to grab her and shake her. You misunderstand, you feel for, you grieve with, you cry with. Like, she's just a really, really good main female character. And Henry is an absolute sweetheart. I love him so much. So many good male main characters in my life lately. Such a good book. I really enjoyed it. I cannot recommend this enough. And then I just love that I got this really beautiful copy from Book of the Month. I have this like off and on relationship with Book of the Month, and actually Andrew got me this through his subscription, but I am considering restarting it because I just love the detail that they put into their books. This was London Sperry's debut novel. Absolutely crazy. She deserves all of the praise for this book. If you need a really good romance that's emotional but gonna leave you feeling very put together and very whole, go pick up London Sperry's Passion Project. You will not regret it. It is so, so good. So as we wind out the month, it is the 28th. It is Monday. at exactly 5 o'clock actually. I'm going to try and finish the month with Still Beating. I know it's going to tear me up, but I have 2 days, so that's how I think I'm going to end the month. And then I've started Emily Henry's Big Beautiful Life. I'm on like page 16, I think. Just been kind of reading that a few pages at night before bed since it's on my Kindle. And Still Beating is not a book that you unwind to. So I think realistically I will be finishing that in May, and that'll be the first book that I finish in May. So it has been a really, really good month of reading. I'm kind of learning that I average about 5 books a month, which I feel like is just a really comfortable number for me. I don't feel like I'm reading too much where I'm like, wait, what did I read this month? Because I don't like that feeling. There's been times where I've read 7, 8 books in the month and I'm like, I don't know if I gave that one book enough attention, or, was I just trying to read to get through it? So I feel like 4 or 5 books is like my sweet spot. But let's round out the month with Still Beating. Okay, it is nearly the end of the month. Tell me why I went and checked my mail and there was a book in there that I totally forgot I pre-ordered, and I bought this on my Kindle at midnight, literally at 11:59, the day that it came out. 1 minute later, delivered to my Kindle, and here we are. But I'm not complaining. It's actually a really beautiful book, and I kind of really did want the book. And it has this gorgeous, I can't really show you, but it has this gorgeous pattern on the inside. It is the B&N exclusive edition, so happy about that. But this will definitely be the start of May. I'm going to finish Still Beating tonight. I'm just over 50% of the way through, so I will update you guys when I finish that and close out the vlog. Okay, I just finished Still Beating, so I want to tell you guys my thoughts about it before I closed out the vlog. P.S. There will be a little jump back in time when I do close out the vlog, because I wanted to close it out earlier when I did my intro and just kind of do it all in one, so a little bit of time hopping. But anyway, this book is not for the weak. This is unlike anything I've ever read. In the romance department, I honestly wouldn't even, I don't even know, I don't even know what type of romance this is, but it's broken into 3 parts. The first part of the book, very, very hard to get through. Very dark, lots of trigger warnings, very heavy. I was not expecting it at all. And I was like, how is this book even gonna get through this? How is this even gonna be a love story? Just very confused. Second part of the book, but the first part doesn't last long. So that's good, because you really don't want it to. I feel like it could have been a lot longer, could have been a lot more detailed, and she didn't do that to us as readers, so I'm grateful for that. Hopefully you don't hear the basketball in the background. That's why I have my mic on. My husband's watching basketball. But the second part was just emotional roller coaster, and then it literally leaves you shocked and heartbroken, and then the third part puts you back together in the strangest way. So very good book. I definitely recommend, if this is on your TBR, pick it up. I mean, I literally got it on Libby without any wait at all, and then I downloaded it from Kindle Unlimited, so if you have Kindle Unlimited. But I highly recommend this book if you just want something that is different. If the trigger warnings don't bother you, but please, please, please read them. One of the trigger warnings is something that is a non-negotiable for me. I won't watch it on television, and I really don't want to read it. But I went into this totally blind and didn't know, so I just decided to go ahead and finish it, and I'm glad that I did. But that is my little review on Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. So that is it for the reading blog. It was a very good month. I am very happy with how this month turned out. I read some really good romance books. I feel like May is going to be a mixture of romance and thrillers. I'm definitely going to read The 3 Lives of Kate K, Great Big Beautiful Life, Famous Last Words, and finish Twilight. I've got Breaking Dawn, and then I have the little novella. And then I think I might also do Quicksilver just because it's available through Libby for me right now. So I think I might extend it on my shelf and then read that. My AC just kicked on, and I always use my mic because I hate when there's background noise in a video, but I don't have it right now, so hopefully it's not too bad. But anyway, if you guys stuck around, thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. There will be more reading vlogs coming at you for May. As always, I hope that this inspires you to pick up some books from your TBR, and I hope this gave you some ideas of what you can add to your TBR. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more reading content or productivity, lifestyle content if that's your thing. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.